am Ricky, and I am so excited to be back with you all for the Mouse Bites. Oh my gosh, it's been way too long. And as it always happens when it's been too long, Disney announces a ton of news. So I have a lot to get to with you all today. There's just so much that has been announced, and it's crazy what it is. So, and we have a visitor who would like to join us. So here, hold on. Let me get the visitor. He would like to say hello. It's Professor Snape. Sorry about that. Anyway, so we are going to get to all the news, and I have a lot of things to share with you all. But first, I wanted to show you guys what I picked up while I was in London and Paris, because, I went to Disneyland Paris, and it was very cool to get to experience Disneyland Paris for the very first time ever. So there's a lot of things that I learned, a lot of things I thought about the park. I thought the park overall was very beautiful. It definitely, they've put their money, you can see where they put the money. If you know anything about the story of what happened at Disneyland Paris, you can definitely see where their money was spent. It's a very unique park. And Walt Disney Studios is also a very unique park as well. I'm curious and anxious to see what happens to the Studios park once they officially redo the whole thing, because trust me, it needs it. But I did get to ride the Ratatouille attraction, which is very cool, and I think will be a very, very awesome addition to the Epcot's France Pavilion. But of course, I did pick up a lot of great merch, so I wanted to show you guys what I got first before we started on the news. So first of all, we went to London, so y'all knew I had to pick up the adorable, adorable London Mickey. He is so cute. I love him. He's got the little Mickey Mouse patch here, and he's got the hat on, and I just love him. He's so cute. So I had to pick that up, and of course he says on his little foot here that he's from the Disney store in London, so that's kind of cool. But when I was in Paris, at Disneyland Paris, I got a coffee mug because I am a huge coffee mug fan. I get one from almost every Disney destination that I go to. So this one is specific to Disneyland Paris, which I love. I also picked up for my collection this really adorable statue figure thing. So I really liked it because it had the Eiffel Tower and it had Mickey on it. There were a couple of other options that I could have gone for, but this is the one that really spoke to me. So this is why I got that. But the thing I'm most excited about, and the thing that it's the most ridiculous thing I could have ever picked up in my entire life, and I'm so anxious to wear when I go to Walt Disney World, is this. I got this adorable pair of ears, and I don't know if you guys can see them, but there's Chip and Dale up there, and they are wearing berets, and they have little shirts on that say Paris on them, and oh my gosh, I love these ears. So I'm so over the moon about these, and I can't believe that I picked them up. And I saw them, and if you know anything about me, you know I love Chip and Dale. So as soon as I saw those ears, I said, oh my gosh, I have to have those. So yep, that's I think my favorite thing that I got while I was in Disneyland Paris. So anyway, just wanted to kind of share some of the unique things that I picked up while I was there along the way. But like I said, I'm going to wear the ears the rest of the time I do the Mouse Bites here. But there was a ton of news that happened while I was away. So let's get to the fun of that. First things first, we have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We have information about what's going on with that attraction. So the attraction is supposed to open at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It had been announced to open in the fall of 2019. And, things changed, I think, with the moving of Galaxy's Edge up to the 29th of August, the fall date for maybe Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway got pushed back. And so now we won't be able to ride the attraction until the spring of 2020. Personally, I think that's a good thing. I think that it was going to be overshadowed by Galaxy's Edge, so I'm actually really happy to hear that this attraction is going to get its due. I know that a lot of people are sad that the attraction is pushed back, but I think it's going to be for the best. So I'm personally happy to hear that the attraction has been pushed back. So yeah, we will see what happens as we move forward with that, and we'll have a date for you all when it actually gets officially announced. Speaking of things at Disney's Hollywood Studios that are opening, Pizza Rizzo is actually going to reopen for guests. This attraction, or this restaurant, I should say, is a seasonal restaurant, and it has been closed for the time being. It will be opening on May 4th, and it will operate from 11 a.m. until 1 hour before park close. It's expected to close again at the end of May or beginning of June. And then I expect that I keep wanting to say attraction, because it is kind of like an attraction. I mean, if you go in, there's all kinds of Muppet memorabilia everywhere inside. Make sure you go up to, if you get the chance to go, make sure you go up to the banquet room. It's like a wedding party in there. It's fantastic. They have lots of music that you would hear at weddings and things like that playing. I love Pizza Rizzo. I know it gets a lot of bad flack from a lot of people. A lot of people don't think the pizza is very good. I get it. But for me, there's just something about the restaurant, so I like it. But it will be closing at the end of May, beginning of June, probably reopening with Galaxy's Edge. ABC Commissary, though, will be closed for guests from May 5th until May 24th. That's why Pizza Rizzo will actually be open. And the location will be getting multiple enhancements, including a self-serve beverage station, new Art Deco-inspired elements and furnishings, and new food and beverage offerings when it actually reopens on May 25th. That's ABC Commissary. Some work is going on right now at Epcot, and that's in the security and tram areas. So the work is being done as part of upgrades that are taking place throughout the entire Walt Disney World resort to get the arrival experience just a little bit better. The tram load and unload station is going to be moved to a temporary area as work is underway, which will result in an increased walk upon arrival. So just know when you're going to Epcot, you may have a little bit longer of a walk. There will also be 2 tram areas, one for the east lots and one for the west lots. And then these temporary changes to security are also going to be made, with guests arriving in cars going to one area and guests arriving via the monorail or bus headed to another. So just keep that in mind. Big changes for Epcot are coming, especially with the new entrance that's coming. Just expect a lot of changes at Epcot over the next few months. So, yikes. Okay, now some news that happened while I was away in Europe. So we do have a final date now for Illuminations. So Illuminations Reflection of Earth will be ending at Epcot on September 30th. A new show called Epcot Forever will debut the very next day, which is October 1st. I can't talk today. For a full list of information of what to expect with these brand new shows, make sure to check out the Mouse for Less blog article about it. I have all the information there about what you can expect with the new Epcot Forever show, as well as more information about the final showing of Illuminations. Are you a fan of Aladdin? Are you going to see the new live movie that comes out here? Well, the live action film comes in theaters on May 24th. And to get people excited for the film who visit Walt Disney World, you can now go to Walt Disney Presents at Disney's Hollywood Studios and be able to see a presentation, short little preview of the film. So if you were on the fence, didn't know if maybe you wanted to see it, well, if you catch the sneak preview, you will be able to find out whether or not you actually want to see the live action version of this film. Tickets for Mickey's A Very Merry Christmas Party are now on sale because nothing makes you think Christmas like Easter, right? So tickets are on sale for the parties. For those who have not attended the parties before, you get to experience a special holiday parade, special holiday fireworks, and I believe there's going to be a new show this year, a brand different holiday stage show. You'll also get to see the holiday castle lights, and there's also cookies and hot cocoa and apple cider and things like that that you can pick up too, along with the attractions that you get to ride. So they're a very fun event. Pricing and information can be found on Mouse for Less. You can find out what dates the parties are taking place on the Mouse for Less too. So we've got all that information for you. But if you want to go to the parties for Christmas, you can get your tickets now. At the Magic Kingdom, they're also rolling out a new plant-based cuisine guide for guests who are looking for plant-based food and beverages. This new tool is going to help guests easily identify items that are free from animal and meat common products that many vegetarians avoid, like milk, eggs, and honey. So if you are a vegetarian or even a vegan and you want to get a little bit better of an understanding of what options there are for you to enjoy, make sure you pick up this new plant-based food guide. I suspect there will be a guide for the other 3 parks coming soon, but of course they roll things out 1 park at a time, so Magic Kingdom has the guide first. If you are going to Disney Springs, you have a brand new garage that you can go park in. It is the Grapefruit Garage. It is across the street from the other 2 parking garages. Don't worry, they did build a bridge so you can walk over. So if you're looking for a new spot to park, if the other parking garages are full, because it has been known to happen quite a few times, especially around the holiday season, busy seasons like now, spring break, you'll want to make sure that you can park in the Grapefruit Garage, so at least there will be parking for you. There's also the lots, the surface lots that exist as well at Disney Springs. So if you want to park on a surface lot, you have no problem with your car out in the sun, you can park there too. Speaking of Disney Springs, a brand new ticket center is open in the town center section of the shopping dining district. The Disney Ticket Center is conveniently located near the Welcome Center, and this location is a new place for guests to take any of their ticketing needs too. So if you're looking to purchase theme park tickets, make upgrades, and pick up tickets at will call, you can do that there. You can purchase or renew your Walt Disney World annual passes and purchase military salute tickets and upgrades, as well as make Disney Springs restaurant dining reservations. Guests who visit the Welcome Center can continue to do so and be assisted with things like lost and found, currency exchange, and general questions. So it looks like they just decided to separate the 2 out because the Welcome Center was just flooded with people all the time and waits were hours long to get to see a cast member. So it looks like they just separated the 2 to make things a little bit easier. The Disney Ticket Center is open Sunday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. The big news this week, or last week, I guess I should say, while I was gone, was that a brand new Beauty and the Beast themed bar is coming to Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. Now, this is going to be a lounge for guests to experience that takes place of the old Meisner's Lounge, as well as the former Commander Porter's shop that was located like right next door to Meisner's Lounge. The new bar is going to have a large chandelier up top that's going to be reminiscent of Beast's Magical Rose, but is colored to gold to resemble Belle's famous dress. There's going to be the garden room, which is inspired by the forest around Beast's castle. There's going to be the formal library, and then there's going to be an outdoor patio that's themed around Beast's Garden Terrace. If you want to find out more information about the new lounge, make sure to check out the Mouse for Less blog. I have an article on there, so you can find out more information about what to expect there. The new bar is expected to open in the fall of 2019, so we don't have too long to wait for this new area, but right now Meisner's Lounge is closed, as is Commander Porter's, which was next door. And for those who want to see the orchestra, which performed right in front of Meisner's Lounge, you're going to be able to do that downstairs. So they are still performing as of right now. Word is they're going to move back upstairs once all the work is finished. Finally, the Game Station Arcade has returned to Disney's Contemporary Resort. Now, this arcade is going to operate from 8 a.m. in the morning till 11:30 p.m. in the space that was previously occupied by the Pixar Play Zone. So the Pixar Play Zone did not last long. So they're putting an arcade back in that space. Yikes, that must not have done well at all in order for them to put an arcade back in. But anyway, guests can go to the arcade if they so choose at Disney's Contemporary Resort. So, whew, that is all the news I had for you this week. If you have any questions, feel free to ask those in the comments. I will be very happy to answer those. If you want to know more about Disneyland Paris, feel free to ask those in the comments too. I'd be happy to answer those questions. I have lots of thoughts. So yes, definitely lots of thoughts about Disneyland Paris and visiting Paris overall, or London. So feel free to ask those questions. I'm sure you'll see some blog articles about my experience on the Mouse for Less coming up soon. And make sure you're following along with the Mouse for Less all this week. I'm going to be posting all my photos from Disneyland Paris, or a number of them, so you can kind of get a taste of what my experience was like, and see what the park is like overall. And yeah, so make sure you're following along on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. And I guess that's going to do it for this week. So I'll see you all next week on the Mouse Bites. Bye.